Hey guys, this is the first video in the song structure series where we're going to look at how to compose a song by using chord progressions arranged into various sections. Song sections like a verse, a bridge, a chorus, and so on. Now, you may have heard terms like these, verse and a chorus, but what exactly do they mean and how are they used to create songs? In this video, we're going to answer these questions and so much more so that you gain some serious insight into how to create compelling songs yourself. And here we're going to start by defining the 7 most common song sections that you hear in songs, which include the intro, verse, bridge, pre-chorus, chorus, interlude, and outro. These 7 types of song sections are the most common in popular music, like I say. And really they're just segments of a song, little snippets of melody and lyrics and chord progressions used to divide a song up into little bite-sized units. Or better said, they're like building blocks you can use to construct a song, rearranging and repeating different song sections to build out the music in organized and cohesive units. Now, not all of these song sections are used in every song. Some tunes use only a subset of these sections, like a verse, a bridge, and a chorus, while other songs incorporate all of them. It just depends on what a songwriter chooses to use or how the song naturally flows. And I'll explain how each one of them works in music, but here's the gist. In essence, each section serves as its own brief phase or episode within the overall storyline of a song. So as you move from one section to the next, the music advances, passing through each phase until the story is complete. So in a way, you could say these sections are like the different scenes in a play. And by stringing these scenes or vignettes together into one narrative, a full story can be told, or a complete song can be sung. And a good example of this is the song Brown Eyed Girl that we looked at in this video, where Van Morrison arranged and repeated these song sections to compose this classic hit from 1967 that's laid out in this order, with an intro, verse 1, bridge 1, verse 2, bridge 2, pre-chorus 1, chorus 1, interlude, verse 3, bridge 3, pre-chorus 2, chorus 2, and an outro. So I'm going to play through this song going through each chord progression in order through the different song sections, and then we're going to really pick it apart to see what we're looking at and what we're hearing. So really this whole song, all 13 sections of this song, come from the 7 basic song sections that are available, of the intro, verse, bridge, pre-chorus, chorus, interlude, and outro, but arranged and repeated in a way so that as you move from one section to the next, the song is propelled forward. And in terms of harmony, the entire song is comprised of really only 2 basic chord progressions, or I guess 3 if you count the pre-chorus, that look like this in the key of G. The intro, verse, chorus, and outro all share the same chord progression of G, C, G, D. So in terms of chord function, that's chord of stability to change, stability to tension, just going back and forth between these chords of 1, 4, 1, 5. And then the bridge follows a different chord progression of 4, 5, 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. So in terms of chord function, that's a chord of change, tension, stability, stability, change, tension, stability. And then the pre-chorus, like I say, is not much of a progression. It's really just a single D major chord, a chord of tension, that leads into the chorus each time. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came in, down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping, in the misty morning fog with our hearts a thumping, and you, my brown-eyed girl, brown-eyed girl. And whatever happened to Tuesday and so slow, going down the old mine with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind the rainbow's wall, a slipping and a sliding, hey, hey, all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. just like that. Sha la 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 dee da, a la dee da. So hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. I saw you just the other day. You have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha la 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 dee da, sha la 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 dee da, sha la 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 dee da, sha la 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 dee da. So that is the song Brown-Eyed Girl. And like I say, each song section is like a different scene in a story. But these sections don't just help to move the music along, each one also serves a special role in the overall progress of a song. And these different roles inform the way that you might use them. And again, looking at Brown-Eyed Girl, this is basically how these roles work. The intro is an optional section that begins or introduces a song. It's usually a short instrumental version of the chorus or sometimes the verse, and it's used to get the listener ready for everything that follows. And that's definitely what Van Morrison did here, because the chords used in the intro are the same exact progression as those in the verse and chorus, setting up the song with an instrumental introduction. Next, the verse typically reveals the storyline or mood and message of the song. Each verse usually has the same melody and chord pattern, and the lyrics tend to change from one verse to the next to move the story along. And again, that is exactly what Van Morrison did with the verse, using chords 1, 4, 1, 5, bouncing back and forth between those chords to tell the story of an old love flame, an old fling that he had, and how they had these old memories, and then he ran into his love years later, and all that. Now in songs, the bridge is an optional section that acts as a transition or bridge between two sections. It's sometimes also called the release or middle eight because it's often 8 measures long, and it's usually short and played only once, departing into a surprising and fresh melody or a new set of lyrics. Now in the case of Brown-Eyed Girl, the bridge is actually played 3 times. It's an integral part of the song. And as expected, the chord progression delves into some unexpected harmonic territory with that 6th chord, kind of a minor chord of nostalgia where Van Morrison is singing, you know, my brown-eyed girl, and really reminiscing about his love. The pre-chorus in music is another optional section, like a mini bridge that provides fresh chords and lyrics before moving into the chorus. It's also sometimes called the lift, the climb, or the setup, and it's usually short, no more than 8 measures long. And almost without exception, it includes the very same lyrics each time it comes around. And in this song, in Brown-Eyed Girl, the pre-chorus comes around 2 times. With the D chord, that chord of tension, the 5 chord, hanging and really wanting to resolve to the G, the 1 chord, which the chorus starts with the G. So the pre-chorus is that lift or that climb, and it's leading into the chorus of sha la 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 ti da. And this song, again, is a perfect example of the chorus because the chorus is the song's climax, usually played with added activity and volume, and it includes the most memorable melody or hook of the song. It's the sing-along section, literally in Brown-Eyed Girl, because all you have to say is sha la 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 la. You know, it's not hard to remember those lyrics. Now, the chorus is sometimes called the refrain, since the same simple lyrics are repeated in each chorus. And in a lot of songs, the lyrics of the chorus often include the song's title phrase, which isn't the case here. The song's not called sha la la la, it's called Brown-Eyed Girl. The lyrics Brown-Eyed Girl are in the bridge of this song. But like I say, there are no hard rules here. This is just generally how these song sections are used. Now, after the first chorus of Brown-Eyed Girl, it goes into an instrumental piece, which is really just the bridge chord progression. with that nostalgic E minor. And Van Morrison uses this interlude, this section, as it often is in songs, as a short, optional section used to add more extreme change or variety to a song. Now in this case it's not extreme, but it is more variety, looping through that bridge progression, but as an instrumental alternative. The interlude is sometimes used to provide relief between choruses, and is sometimes an instrumental solo, which it is here in this song. And the chords in this kind of section are often based on those of the chorus or verse, though in Brown Eyed Girl, like I say, they're based on the bridge chord progression. But typically the interlude immediately leads back to either the verse or the chorus, which it does here in Brown Eyed Girl back into verse 3. So hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. I saw you just the other day, my, you have grown. So in the verse, Van Morrison continues the story, the saga of having run into his former flame. Then the song progresses through bridge 3, pre-chorus 2, chorus 2, and then finally gets to what's called the outro. And typically this type of song section is a special optional ending section that's sometimes called the coda or the tag. And it usually includes a melody taken from another part of the song, like the bridge section, or in this case, it's a repetition of the chorus. Sha la 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 ti da. Sha la 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 ti da. Now typically this outro is used as a kind of grand finale ending on the tonic chord 1, but in this case it doesn't actually end on the G chord, it just keeps repeating, cycling through the same chord progression, and then eventually fades out, as if to imply that the song goes on forever. It's beautiful, and this song really is a perfect example of how these song sections work. So, in short, each type of song section influences the overall sound of a song, and there's an art to how you might combine them to make music. But generally speaking, most songs are made up of at least the verse and chorus sections, primarily, where each verse tells part of the story, like the stanza of a poem, while each chorus provides the hook or general theme of the song and repeats its own separate melody and lyrics. But really, the sections you use and the way you arrange them can really change from one song to the next, all based on the effect you want to create and the natural flow of the music itself, of course. And in the next video, we're going to look at another example, another song to illustrate and solidify these concepts. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and I will see you in the next video.